And welcome back to another episode of Goblin-Sighting D&D. I'm your DM. These are my adventures. When last we left, the Children of Neverwinter had finally prevailed against the Yuan-Ti attempted sacrifices, to what end we do not know. But you had prevented the ritual from coming to its fruition, you hope. And with a long rest had and about 10 minutes of scavenging the battlefield, you managed to come up with a total of 3d20 worth of Yuan-Ti arrows, which deal, in addition to the usual d8 piercing, an additional 2d6 poison damage. What?
There's a place to just reset everything or something.
You go to long rest.
So what, did you roll the 3d20 or did you roll that?
It's, since we're rolling usage dice instead of actually having numbers. Although, no, for this one, no, we're going to actually have the numbers of dice, so that's of arrows, so that's going to be 60 or so arrows. 57 technically.
I lost. What do I have that gave me more hit points than 104?
Did you remember not to reset? Did you tick the box did you untick the checkbox that? Oh crap.
It was 127 was what I had.
Okay, then override it to 127. Okay. And then the next time you take a long rest, there's going to be a check mark next to it.
Are those temporary hit points?
No, those are standard. You override maximum.
Okay, by
Clicking on
20. Yeah, I've got that. It's how many? 20. I had 127.
Out of 104, that'll be 23. So the next time you take a long rest, there's going to be a little tick box that says reset maximum HP changes during this rest. You uncheck that little tick box, because otherwise it goes screwy on you, because when we made the characters, we overrode the maximum hit point to give them what they have. So, yes.
So I don't usually use arrows. So are we just giving those to those that use them?
The only two people in this party that use longbow arrows are Victor and Roger. And if you want poisoned arrows, you can have some poisoned arrows. If you don't, Victor will take all 57 and just use them.
I'm not likely to use them as much as he is.
That's what I figured. So I will take the 57 poisoned arrows for Victor here.
Yeah, I've got proficiency in longbow and
Correct, which is why I...
And Victor obviously does.
Yeah, Victor has proficiency in all martial weapons and simple weapons, so,
Yes.
because he's a fighter. So you have proficiency in longbows because you're an elf.
You can tell by my ears.
Until you're a longbow. Wizard walking around with a longbow is obviously an elf, even if he's wearing a hat. So I'm going to just put that in there. Custom item. Alright, so, having spent your long rest, you're back up to whatever you're back up to. What do you guys want to do now? Boy, it's been a long time since I've asked that. That feels good.
What's that?
To ask, what do you want to do now, instead of going, how are you planning to live through the next 6 seconds?
Well,
I'd like to live through the next
You-
6 seconds.
it's like, instead of like
Right.
just rolling into a combat encounter over like
Right.
4 sessions now.
What are our options?
You can leave the temple, or you can explore the temple.
Oh. Part of me says never leave a treasure unturned.
I'm definitely up for that.
Yeah.
Let's
And
go
that will, if
scour
we
the
just
castle.
decided to go out of here without the possibility of getting treasure, we would have someone named, begins with an F and ends with an N who would not have been real happy with us.
I mean, I don't imagine, we have to be careful, I would imagine, but I think it would be worthwhile to poke around. Not now, you can turn it off.
So, I think the boots come back after a long rest, so I'm gonna double check that.
What about the cloak?
The cloak regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Oh, okay.
So you have one
But are we at?
charge left.
Did we spend the night? I guess we had to go to a dawn, or no? And do we know that it's a dawn?
I'll say that it
What time did we go into there?
high noon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And we spent like several hours in there.
It was a long,
So I'll say
I'm gonna say
yes,
we
it's
probably-
just dawn, so everything resets.
so we got another day expended.
Yes.
But I only reset. I have to roll a D, or do you roll?
I'll roll it for now. You got all 3 back,
Sweet.
which you only used 2 out of 3, so you would have been fine up to unless you rolled a 1. So, and then Finboy gets back.
Oh, there's only 3 on that?
Yep.
Oh.
The robe of stars gains back 1d6. Oh boy.
6?
1.
Ooh.
He has 1 charge of magic missile.
Okay, but you can
Did
never
he
get
use
0
all of
back, right?
Huh?
He's not ever going to get 0 back.
That's
So the
correct.
next time he rolls, he has a chance of getting
At
more.
dusk, yeah.
And he might not use any this time. So
Yeah.
Okay. It's not quite so fatal as it seems.
It's never fatal. The magic missiles are something to keep his mind off the little deck of cards in his pocket more than anything else.
So good.
Although he now has a shiny new +3 crossbow to play with. So
Oh. Cool.
now he has another dex-based weapon he can hit people from 80 feet away without disadvantage. So he can hide 80 feet away from his target, successfully stealth, attack with surprise, advantage, assassinate,
Let it
death
rain.
strike, con save 19.
Oh wow.
You just died, basically.
Yes, yes. That's the way to do it.
And he gets a d8 plus 8 to his attacks, as opposed to a d6 plus 9. So it's very tight close. And if he forgoes the bonus action attack from the scimitar or the saber of speed to bonus action hide, he can reset the counter on his hiddenness. So his typical thing would be either shoot or slash, move enough that he's either behind another creature that is one side larger than him, like Victor, Elizabeth, Rondir, or you, and then take the hide action as bonus action. He can do that because he's halfway. So he can literally hide behind you
That's cool.
and then pop back out again.
That's cool.
A lot of times it wouldn't do him any good to hide behind me because I'm invisible. Can you see? Would you see him beyond me?
Can
I don't
you
think
slip
so.
under the cloak?
Well, I don't think that would work, slipping under the cloak. However, if you can't see Rangir, I don't think that makes him see-through. I just think that you just can't see through him. It's like those TV playback suits that the Soviets were playing with a while back. I think they were Russians technically at the time. You know what I think of them, but regardless, they had this active camouflage that they were trying to make. I don't think it worked. It don't think it worked because they're using it right now. There was like dozens or hundreds of TV cameras that would take video of the terrain behind them and project it onto the front.
Oh wow.
So, in the same way, without the TV camera picking up the Finnan, I think that if Rangir is invisible, he's not transparent. He's just invisible, but he's still an opaque object.
So if there's
and
something
he still
behind,
is a creature that is one size larger than the Finnan. So technically, you could be invisible. Finnan could technically hide behind you.
but that would mean that if there was a wall behind me, that there would be an opaque spot on the wall, and that someone could then see me.
No,
They could know where I was.
they just don't see you.
Okay.
It's magic.
Yeah, right.
If you question it
doesn't
too hard,
work
your
the-
brain will melt and
But
then
it's,
it'll
yeah,
blow
it,
everything
it
else.
works differently than what the laws of physics in
The laws of
here.
physics can
Suspended.
be suspended temporarily by the weave.
Yeah.
And this is something that has been enchanted with the magic of the weave of Faerun.
What about the warp?
So, no. The warp is Warhammer 40k and we're not dealing with that here. If you know, you know. But, so... Yes, Finnan could hide behind you, because it does not specify that the creature has
You have to know where I was to hide behind me.
Correct. But he has tremor sense, which means that within 30 to 60 feet of himself, he can. Where is it? Tremor sense. Blind sense. If he's able to hear, he's aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of him. So if he gets within 10 feet of you, he can figure out that you're there and take the bonus action to hide behind you.
Oh wow. Oh wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Which also means that I got to be careful of some enemy that has that same ability.
Blind sense, tremor sense, or true sight or devil's sight can negate the abilities of to a degree, because when it says here is the invisible condition. Attack rolls against you have a disadvantage, and your attack rolls have advantage. If a creature can somehow see you, you don't gain this benefit against that creature. So, for example, if you're fighting something that has either true sight or devil's sight, it can see through, or if someone has see invisibility that they've taken as a spell, and they use it, then you can be seen, so you are no longer invisible to that creature insofar as it does not get disadvantage on attacks against you. So if you're fighting something specifically with true sight or devil's sight, then it can see you, and it can still attack you. And if you're fighting something that takes see invisibility, then you have that ability. The other thing about the Robe of Stars that Finnan likes is that it gives him a +1 to saves. I think. Robe of Stars. +1 to saving throws, yes.
Frostbite.
Yes. So,
I'm
going to assume you guys want to
explore.
explore.
Yes.
We'll go left. I may not have that choice.
Now I gotta backtrack you. Hang on. You can go out the door that you just came in.
That's the only option we have in this particular room?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you want to go up the balconies and check out the entrances that some of the Malazans are coming through.
Sure.
Okay. They appear to be primarily living chambers and a briefly interconnected delta that kind of runs around the rim of the chamber. They don't appear to go much of anywhere. You find $188 more arrows.
Hey, it just should we put them in the bag of holding?
Put those ones in the bag of holding for now, if you don't mind.
Yep.
And then Victor can hit you up for arrows later, because he will be counting these.
Okay.
But is he able to retrieve them the same way he does his?
He doesn't retrieve his usually.
Well, he doesn't lose them.
He gets a usage dice with his arrows, so he doesn't. So with those, and I may be changing that to where now that we have digital trackers, they're a lot easier to just kind of tick, 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 tick. Maybe I may be just ticking down the arrows the same way, because that makes it a little bit simpler.
Cool.
On pencil and paper, it's a lot easier to work with a D20 or a D12 or a D10 or a D6 or a D8 or a D4.
Yeah.
With a D&D Beyond website or app, I can just tick, 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 tick down, arrow, 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 arrow,
Okay.
a lot more quickly and easily than on paper
So
and pencil.
then you would keep track of that. I was going to make a spot to keep track of the count.
If you have the count of the 188 to go into the bag of holding, he has 57 in his inventory right now. When he runs out of those, then he'll hit you up for more.
A bundle.
A
let's
bundle
say
of 20
or 6 or something. So that's what I
something
keep
like
track of. I don't have to
If you
keep
don't
track
mind.
of each individual.
No,
user.
yes.
No, perfectly fine.
He will keep track of his individual shot arrows.
Oh,
Unless
okay.
you pick up a longbow and start plinking away with Yuan-Ti arrows, then he will be coming to you going, arrows please.
Yeah. Perfect. I will just keep track of that right here. All right. Cool.
So,
Huh. Where is our sending stones?
I would assume they're in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't use them much because we don't split the party. Ever.
I've got the possibility of a message.
Yes,
cantrip.
you can't get a cantrip now
Why?
because it's way too late in the game to be changing cantrips. You change cantrips.
I've
at
only
level
got
0.
4 out of 5.
Eh?
I've only got 4 out of 5 here.
Cantrips. What do you have? Shocking
Let's
Grasp,
see.
Ray of Frost,
Just a second.
Firebolts.
Um,
Because we gave you a cantrip
I don't remember
when you hit the
spells.
final cantrip level.
I've got Firebolt and, wait a minute. I've got Firebolt. That's
Okay.
Mage Hand, Ray of Frost, and Shocking Grasp. So I've really only got 4 because I've got 2 Firebolts.
Yeah, you had something else. I thought it was Prestidigitation that you had.
Hmm.
That's correct.
So you have Prestidigitation.
So what I want to do is get rid of one of the fire. Oh, it only has 1 Firebolt here, but it puts 2 out there.
Yeah, it's Legacy versus 2024 rules.
Yeah. What was it? Prestidigitation.
Yes.
There it is. Learn. It let me.
Yeah. So, in another game, if you were playing a wizard, Message would be a fine cantrip to learn. Unfortunately, you can't learn here. I already bent the rules almost to breaking to give you Firebolt, because you had Thaumaturgy. And I
But I-
swapped that for
Oh.
Firebolt at level 4 or 5 when we were playing. And because I was like, oh, this is stupid, you want something that'll give you good long range damage. And you were like, yeah, I want that. And I was like, I really shouldn't do this, but, you know,
Here you go.
whatever. So, you find yourselves back in the labyrinth. So I'll need a survival check.
Survival check.
One person.
Huh?
From one person.
Oh.
Let me roll.
Well, is that a,
It's a wisdom survival check.
who's got better wisdom?
I have a plus 6.
So your survival will be what? Plus 12.
I've got plus 8.
Are you proficient in survival?
I
Oh,
don't care.
no, I'm not.
What do you got?
Plus 5 on survival.
You'll have plus 6.
Okay.
You got plus 1 wisdom.
Right.
What's the, survival is not on here as survival.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, she's.
Where?
It's in skills.
Oh, okay. Just a second. Skills. Survival. Oh, I've got plus 2 there.
So shall I roll?
If you'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 plus 6 is 21.
Okay. You manage to get through the next intersection.
Good.
Okay, so you pass without problem to the next intersection.
Is there anything along the way, doors on left or right, or
No.
no, we're just walking? Okay.
If you would like to roll another one, go ahead and do that.
Sure. 18 plus 6 is 24.
All right. You pass on without problem, seeing more of these frescoes and engravings and bas-reliefs and things on the walls, the floor, the ceilings, mosaics, etc.
Okay.
Another intersection.
5 plus 6 is 11.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right. Darn.
I love it when he rubs his hands together.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's next.
Or I'm sarcastic.
Quite possible.
You find yourself face to face with 3 of the snake-bodied Malazans. Roll initiative.
Oops, 17.
12.
Yeah. So you said 17 and 12? Why? Why? And for Holy Trinity.
Oh, yeah. Got all those to roll in now, don't you?
Yeah, well, I'm rolling them as class. As
No, I meant
yes.
you got all of them to fight.
Yes.
If they all are in front of us and in front of the snakies, probably not even get to us.
And then there's a set of sword in them. Sorry,
Huh?
you look tired.
Oh, that's...
I know, it's because you are tired. What's your initiative bonus, Chandra?
My what?
Initiative bonus?
0.
Okay.
I'm 2. I probably didn't. I was not even know.
And help breakfast.
Thank you, Florinda. No,
Marnie.
Marnie. That's right.
Okay. So, right out the gate, Damar is going to cast.
Damar is the player?
Yes. He is going to cast Sacred Flame. No, he's not. He's going to cast. Yes, he is. Well, it's a question of does he really just bust out the big guns, or is he like, do I want to hold on to these things because I don't know what's up against us next? Because he's primarily there to keep Lionel on his feet with healing spells, so it's like,
Yeah, hang loose.
yeah. But we're like dealing with only 3 of these things, and you got
Lungs.
a lot of us. Oh heck, hang on. One second here. It's gonna be very anticlimactic.
That's okay. We're not here for
Ah.
battle. We're here for treasure.
If there is any.
It's true, but I kind of think that there probably is something. We've already gotten a little bit.
There'll,
We've got the
there'll
arrows.
probably be some more beans.
You hush your mouth.
Go wash it out with soap, man. I still have some.
Better than more cards, maybe.
I think you should mention those. Alright, he's got a DC 18. Fails. 2 D8s.
What level is the cleric?
15 or 16 or something like that. It's 10 points of damage to one of the Malzahns.
Good.
Now, Bowden, being Bowden, is now going to yeah, he's gonna abjure foes. Not all 3 of them. So he's going to present his shield, which is emblazoned with the symbol of Helm, and he's going to speak words of abjuration.
Uh-huh.
Shoo, naughty ones!
Oh my god.
So they all have to make,
And they fell down laughing before they had to crawl away.
yeah, something like that. DC
Oh my gosh.
16 wisdom saves. Let me check what their wisdoms are. It's a work in progress.
If 3 of them have decided to fight against our party, they can't have much wisdom.
Fail. Fail. Fail.
Told you.
So they are all 3 frightened, which means 1 minute. Meaning they can only take one move action or bonus action. You can only do one of those three things.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So I figured I'd just burn one of his 3 channel divinities per day and just go, shoo, naughty ones.
That must have terrified them in
I
their boots.
really don't know what else. Like, my only other option was fear me if you dare. And so I'm like, it may flip flop back and
I
forth.
like the one you used.
Yeah,
quite
it's
frankly.
good. But so that's Bowden's action, and then Lionel Algondar is going to. He's going to use a battle cry. Because I already got one knocked off on this chart. And I'm lazy. Same reason I used it to your foes.
Okay. So, that inflicts damage, or that frightens them?
Battle cry gives your allies within 20 feet an advantage.
Oh, cool.
I don't know exactly how many, because, like, I said until the next attack, but the orc here has the same thing, and the orc war chief until the start of the war chief's next turn. And then the war chief can make an attack as a bonus action. So I'm going to be tweaking Lionel's battle cry to imitate the orc war chief's battle cry, wherein all allies until the start of his next turn gain advantage on their attack rolls, and he can make a bonus action attack.
Excellent.
So he's going to charge in at the Yuan-Ti after raising a battle cry, which means everyone within 20 feet of him.
A small
That's an
border,
ally.
Well, yeah, every ally, yeah, duh. But, 30 feet. I bet. Just keep getting better and better with my pencil.
So you've got to decide who that is.
Here he is. No, you just figure out who's within 30 feet of him. Which
We
is
must. I'm thinking we're all
realistically,
pretty close because
30-foot radius would be like six
6 in each way.
6 people, ish, maybe more, 6 to
That's-
12 people total.
that would be the brackets.
Well,
How wide is the
Anyone
fence?
who's basically at this point, anyone who's either engaged in the front rank or in the back 2 ranks of this conflict. So if you're a melee fighter attacking the Yuan-Ti, or you're a ranged attacker within reasonable 30 feet of them, you get advantage on attacks.
Cool.
So I'm going to also battle cry really fast because I hadn't read. Yeah, his battle cry's a lot cooler than that.
Oh, okay.
I know Bowden has a pretty weird one, but I'm working on it. Okay. Should deal with that. So he's going to make 1 attack with that. And he's going to just make a regular attack because he doesn't want to burn the charges at sort of ages on Malazan.
Yeah.
Everyone in the war party bearing down on him.
Right. Exactly.
So it's going to make his attacks. That's a 18 to hit. I think he makes 1 attack. Sad.
Really?
I don't see any multi-attack.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Well, he's not a fighter. He's a commander. He's not there specifically to
They're
slug it
doing
out.
battle cries, right?
Well, he does Commander's Aura, he does Battle Cry, and then if he has to get stuck in, he has the Sword of Ages, which gives him a bunch of nasty properties. But his lowest charge count on the Sword of Ages is Compel Ally Attack. So,
Which is his commander thing. Right?
which is part of his Commander's thing.
Makes sense.
So, he's going to make his bonus action attack Plus, he makes one. I may give him a multi-attack down the road, but for now, with Battle Cry, he makes a bonus action single attack, which is what he's doing right now. So that's a hit. And that's 2d6 plus 7. So 13 damage there.
Same guy?
Yeah.
Well, the first one hit, the cleric hit all 3.
No, the cleric hit Sacred Flame, which only deals damage to one critter.
Oh, okay.
Then Bowden's Abjure Foes
That was all
gave
3.
him all 3, which was the shoe, naughty one. That's
I think if you'd said 5 instead of shoe, it would have been
huh?
5.
Yeah, it's just not the same. Okay, that's Lionel's turn, which brings us to Fabio's Fabulous Freckheads. And in this tunnel, I'm going to say that 2 of them can attack for now, because I don't know how. Why I don't think the tunnel's much wider than that, because there's already Lionel right up on top of them. But I'll say that it's 3 wide, so it's a 15-foot wide tunnel in this area.
Yeah.
It narrows, it widens, it's a lot wider.
Well, 15 feet is not a small tunnel either.
No.
For just general moving around, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't make it like a battalion wide or anything like
Right.
that.
Right. So 15 feet. That's 3. So 2 of the cell swords are going to attack. Oh no, they're going to sand pouch. Sorry.
Oh
about that.
yeah.
They're going to finally get to use their funny little sand pouch attacks.
Oh yeah.
The target makes a DC 13 con save. Okay. Malzahn makes his first save, and natural one's his second save, so he's super blinded.
super blinded.
Then the other cell sword is going to make 2 longsword attacks with both hands, and he's going to take advantage and hit automatically. Because he's blinded.
Yes.
Because he threw 2 handfuls of sand, and then his buddy comes flying in
Okay.
with a long
Unknown
sword.
Excellent.
Five damage. And 10 damage.
With both of them or one?
Each attack, respectively. So a total of 15 damage to the blinded, frightened Yuan-Ti
The
Malzahn.
one that's already been damaged?
Um,
The one that's already been hit? So this is very good.
I'd feel sorry for
I'm
them,
going
but I
to
don't.
excuse myself for just a moment. Let me go grab something really fast that I forgot. Sorry.
Okay. It's not bad having a squadron of
Apologies, that was
swords
a lot
in
of
front
that.
in front of
Oh.
us.
Yuan-Ti usually run, because these guys are not fighting to the death.
Oh, came to their turn?
Not yet, but
See, I would not have frightened them to make them run. More likely to run. Since we had an overwhelming advantage and they don't like to keep enemies alive.
okay. Alright. What are you doing, Andra?
I am going to. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's your up
I
and then
wasn't sure I
Elizabeth's
could
on.
get through all those guys.
I mean, you don't have a melee action.
No,
so
obviously.
you have theoretical line of sight. Oh, shit. Oh well.
What?
forgot that Lionel has advantage, but he didn't need it.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, he doesn't technically, yeah, because it's allies with him. Whatever. It's all good.
I was going to do the same things.
Sacred Flame?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, you definitely make it.
Same guy. Natural 20.
You don't roll.
Oh, shoot! I got a natural 20. I forgot about that. Ah!
You roll
I
4d8.
My natural 20. I might not see it again. That's right.
If it was Guiding Bolt or Spiritual Weapon, then you would need it, but
That way you can see.
Sacred Flame forces them to dex save.
Yes. Brain knew that. Just very excited just to roll. Oh. 15.
Alright.
Are we dead yet?
No. Elizabeth's up. She's going to
It's fairly close, isn't it?
she's not actually, she's near the back. So she is actually going to just kind of move through the press to where she's within 30 feet of them, and consequently within 30 feet of Lionel, pull out 3 ordinary javelins, because she's going to fry everyone between her and her target,
Good.
and throw 3 mundane javelins at them
With advantage?
with advantage.
This is good.
She's going to need some javelins soon. She's almost out of javelins.
How does she get more?
Bye.
Oh, okay. She can't go into
Now you can do
those
it.
here. Okay.
And she makes us save, and I check to see how many. She makes a check, and I see how many survive. She can't retrieve more than the ones that she threw. So.
Makes sense.
First throw is a something high. 23. Second throw is a 25. Third throw is a 27. So
Not
she gets
bad.
both.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hit the bag.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
Lemon
that's
tea.
fine, that's fine.
Anywho, she then that's 6 7 10 drops this first one, and then the second one gets 9 points of damage.
Excellent.
Victor is going to use the regular arrows, because from everything we've figured out, these guys probably don't get hurt by poison. So, just regular arrows. Do him here. So, it's 3 shots for a lot. 21, 28, and 17. So 3 hits. For 7 points of damage. Points of damage. And 4 points of damage. Finnan is going to use his movement. He's going to attack without advantage for the first round. Because he has to for his little flow chart. Or no, he's going to use his one shot off the robe of stars.
Oh, okay.
Because why not? What?
No, I was just thinking why you asked why not. It was because you might run into something a lot bigger and nastier than.
And a 5th level magic missile is going to help that.
Oh, okay.
Compared to what he can do with his crossbow now.
And he has fun throwing those missiles, those stars.
Yeah. So that's first, second, third, fourth, fifth. That's 74. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Seven points of damage.
Go Finnan.
And then he is going to move and use his bonus action to hide.
Yes. Excellent.
So he has to roll a stealth check against their perception. Their perception is...
When he says not good, I'm never sure whether it means it's not good for Finnan because they've got a high, or not good for them.
There's very little that is not good for Finnan in the stealth versus perception department these days, except maybe an ancient dragon. Finnan gets 32 stealth. And they do not get that high in perception. I don't know what to say. So Finnan is hidden from almost everyone.
Yeah.
He just kind of crouched down in the scrum and he's gone.
Oh, wow.
Rongir, you're up. Remember, there's 2 of them. That's it. So don't drop a meteor swarm on that.
No, I was thinking.
I know I said start every encounter with a meteor swarm. This is
No,
not what I was talking
actually
about.
thinking of firebolt against one of them.
Firebolt would be a viable attack.
Yeah, and there's one that's already injured.
Yes.
It-
I'll say you might be able to get within range of the battle cry aura.
Oh,
If you really want to, you can kind of squirm your way through the 30 feet from Lionel and get advantage on the attack.
okay. I guess I will.
Alright. Now roll your attack.
$20.
Huh? I said, haha.
What's my attack bonus?
Plus something high.
10 or 11.
Well, I got a 17.
You hit them.
So I'm rolling for a 20. For a 20. 19. Oh well.
Just do it.
So that's 4d10 fire damage. I'm gonna stop you right there. You're probably gonna kill him.
Good.
Tell you what, roll your first d10 and I'll tell you if he's dead.
The first one?
Yeah.
Well, and then I'll just take it here. Rather than pulling one of the three ones out. No.
What'd you get?
A 1. Plus,
Nothing.
okay.
Roll again, we'll see if you get him.
Oh, it's one of the good ones. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's a 6.
He's dead.
Cool. Okay,
Alright, so
there's one left.
the one left is going to...
Oh, is he after me?
Yes. It is going to attempt to grapple, to constrict one of the sellswords. It's going to take its action.
Because the island can do one thing,
It can
right?
do action, movement, or bonus actions. It's going to take its action. And it is going to attack with its tail and
With disadvantage or not?
no. But it misses, so it's going to try a saber attack. And miss. And Damar is back at the top. And he is going to make a sacred flame attack.
He gets something that's still in effect, or something is still in effect because, was that for Lionel?
That's for Lionel.
Okay.
So you're right.
Did Lionel go again?
Not yet. He goes in 2 turns, but
Okay.
while you would ordinarily be right, he doesn't have anything that is going to... Well... Yeah, he's gonna run in to within 5 feet of the remaining one and use his mace and use Divine Strike. That's the wrong dice. That's good hit. And so he deals 1d6 bludgeoning. That's 4 bludgeoning plus 1d8 radiant. That's to Divine Strike. So that's a total of 10 damage.
Nice.
And then Bowden is going to step into the area where the other Yuan-Ti used to be.
Ah,
Step
right.
through that space and get around the Yuan-Ti. And he is going to attack with his halberd.
That's a neat weapon.
And he's going to use Searing Smite. So that's wow. Okay. So I can't remember if I yeah. 1, 2, range. That's 20 to hit, which does hit, so he deals D10 plus 3 plus an extra 1D something.
20.
I beg your pardon?
It'd be 20, yeah.
D6 fire damage. As he raises his halberd, you see the blade suddenly ignite in holy fire as he deals D8 plus D10 plus D6, excuse me. What? 10 plus D6. So that's 8 plus 3. So 11 points plus 9 points of slashing damage plus 2 points of fire damage. And the Yuan-Ti is now engulfed in flames.
Oh, cool. If it could take, does it have an action it can take to remove the flames?
It's got to make a con save at the start of its turn.
Okay.
And then Lionel is going to just back up. He's going to disengage and back up. There's no point in scrapping with this thing now that the sellsword's engaged. Speaking of which, the sellsword's going to move in. And it fails its con save, meaning the sellsword is going to use his next attack to just hit for 9 points of damage
Against the sellsword?
against the Yuan-Ti.
Oh.
And then the other sellsword is going to also hit for 13 damage. And hit again for 4 damage. Elizabeth is going to hold on to her last 3 javelins and decide that the sellswords have this situation handled.
Blue in hand, yes.
As is Victor, who is down to 9 arrows, not counting Yuan-Ti arrows. And that leaves us at Finnan.
It skips me, which is fine.
Edra, you're up.
No, I'll hold my action. They're doing things. I'm fine.
You have cantrips, you don't want arrows.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Flown Bay. This time I'm going to do it.
Yeah, 2 d8s. Or 48. Wow. That took me back about 10 levels.
14.
Alright. Rongear, was there anything you wanted to do?
I was going to do
Firebolt?
Firebolt.
Alright. Roll an attack.
Just a second. Just got Firebolt.
We've got to get you guys some dice towers.
Nope.
What'd you get?
4. Plus I have an attack bonus. which is 11, 15.
What's your attack bonus?
9, 12.
So yours is 11. So that's 15 total. That will hit.
Oh, good.
Go ahead and roll the 4d10 this time.
So.
Let's see. 2, 4. 4 don't really work in that. Good catch.
Yes.
10, 11.
Dead.
No. 10,
Dead.
17.
Dead. Very dead.
Wow.
Okay. So you managed to wipe out
Good.
them. Now, as you proceed to the next intersection, I'm gonna need another survival check,
Can I use the 20 I rolled next time?
if you'd like to.
I kind of would, but I
Okay.
hate to waste a 20.
So that's a successful navigation.
One would hope so. Actually, because it's a 20, you should get twice as much.
I'm just happy it succeeded. I'm just happy.
I was thinking you should get twice as much treasure out of the no treasure that's there.
Gotcha.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna say that Victor and Elizabeth both got their javelin arrows back.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry.
So what's your roll?
This time?
Yeah.
15.
You find yourselves at a dead end.
Oh.
If you would like someone to either help you and confer advantage, or if you would like someone else to see if there's a higher bonus, feel free.
Yeah, that can help.
Okay, so someone in the party can confer advantage. So go
Someone
ahead and
else
roll
can
your
do
next roll with advantage.
10 twice. Oh my gosh.
For 16?
Plus 10?
Huh?
It was 10? It was... Oh, do I
And
get...
what's your total? Wait, did you roll a 4 both times on the dice?
The 10.
Right. So what's your total survival check?
Oh, right, 6. 16 both times.
Okay.
Sorry. I forgot. Oh, I forgot that I was 15. The 15 would have been 21. I forgot about the 6 plus 6.
Another dead end. All right.
With advantage or just regular advantage? 15 plus 20. Another natural 20.
All
I
right.
got 20 rolled because of 14 plus 6 and then a natural 20.
So 26. So you managed to get to the next one.
Okay.
Okay. Roll again.
14 plus 6 is 20.
All right. You don't need to. If you pass the check, this isn't where a natural 20 is going to help you a lot.
Okay, well I just...
So you get through another one, another uneventful labyrinth.
7 plus 6 is 13. Roll it again. 17 plus 6 is 23.
Okay. Yet more uneventful mosaics, bas reliefs, etc. Trudging along. Just long music.
What a relief.
Eight plus 6 is 14.
Okay.
If I will help from my friends. 16 plus 6 is 12. Or it's not 12. Sorry, it's 22.
Okay. You're at the next intersection.
Okay. 8 plus 6 is 14. Need to roll again. 11 plus 6 is 17.
Where do these dead ends keep coming from?
Okay. So now what do we do?
If you'd like someone else to take over,
I think it would be wise.
just saying because Victor has +8
Oh, good
survival.
heavens. Go, Victor, go.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah.
So Victor's gonna start trying
Right.
with advantage. Natural 20. Good. $26. 18. It's a little hard, but he managed to find a slightly obscured door, and we're able to get through the next one.
Right.
That's a 24.
Do you have a map that you're following for us?
Huh?
Is there a map that we're going along? That you can see, obviously you can't.
No,
Oh,
it's all up here.
okay.
So 27. And that's a 25.
Wow.
As you come out into a familiar looking chamber. Containing yes, a large room about 60 feet on a side, with a 10-foot tall statue of a great serpent coiled to strike,
Ah, yes.
with large ruby eyes.
Yeah. Was it with large what? Ruby eyes?
Yes.
I'm not touching the ruby
And
Do you want Finnan not to?
eyes. But that just makes me nervous to take something off a statue. Can we look around and see if there's anything else?
There does not appear to be anything else of significance in the room aside from 2 other doors, to your right and left. You've come out of the central. There's 3 of them. There's a door on every wall. There's the door you just came out of. There's the door you remember coming into, but dead across from you. There's the doors to your right and left. The door to your right is that room with the rolling stone
Oh. Right.
and the potential for a drop off.
Right.
And so, do you want? Is there some specific way you're going to try to stop Finnan from? Roll a persuasion check.
Please. Not going to pass. A 6.
Ah,
Oh.
do you have any kind of an adding on to persuasion?
Oh, +1.
Roger can give you advantage if you would like,
I think that would be a good idea.
if he does not want Finnan to do this as well.
Do you want Finnan to not do this?
I'm of 2 minds, but I'll give you advantage.
That might help. I mean, I'm not getting it. 4 total.
You can appeal to the others as well.
Anybody?
Persuasion check on Vector and Elizabeth.
Share a chance to convince them and then convince him.
This is the total 6. I'm gonna have to. I'm not rolling really
So as Finnan starts walking towards the statue, Victor and Elizabeth kind of look at each other, and then Finnan finds himself locked on air as they both pick him up by one of his arms and are like, nope, we're not doing that.
I'm not touching that one, buddy.
The cleric is unskilled with words, but she makes a good point.
Yes. The mute appeal?
You might have been
And it's
able
like,
to
okay, fine. 1. And reaches into the box.
You rascal.
What do you
I'm
do?
evil.
He read the box of cards. But he did get a nice bow from it.
Yes.
So, maybe it'll be something that he can have that will be a nice shiny to replace the
It
shinies he just missed.
It is someday. Wow. I got this one before. No, I got the key. Where's the key? it's a shame we're not using XP.
XP.
Points that we got at the beginning, when we do something and they reward us points for it. Like this up.
Alright, now we'll be doing that once we hit level 20. For now I've got milestone leveling instead because it's simpler, but once we hit level 20, there is a possibility of getting some divine boons that will cost you XP. I may just swallow that away from later, but no. What was I?
What, he got some XP?
Yeah, well, would have if we were using it.
No, I meant that was what it was.
That's one thing that he got.
Is he happy?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out what he got. Sorry.
No,
Nope. Those. Okay, yes, alright. That is pretty darn emphatic there, Mr. Dice. A carpet, approximately 4 feet by 6 feet in diameter, or in size, 4 feet by 6 feet in size.
does it fly?
Appears in front of Finnan.
Is there a pattern on it? Like or is it plain color, or has it got something?
It's like covered in like clouds and wings and
Oh.
things like that.
4 feet by 8 feet?
6 feet.
6 feet.
4 by 6.
Okay.
I know it's not huge, but
Right, but. Okay.
I would hold him in his wolf. What is he doing with the...
well, he one second. Volantem tapete
That sounds like
is
a.
what Finnan says, and the carpet hovers about 2 feet off the ground.
Wow.
Where'd Finnan learn the word?
I don't know.
Finnan has a lot of information that he has acquired, I would imagine. He's been around a while.
It just kind of came to me when the carpet appeared.
Ah, well, that would make sense.
Since it was his. Probably that only works for him. Maybe
One
not.
way to find out. Try it.
I'll try it.
But it's already
I just say it?
Yeah.
Is it down on the ground now?
No, it's still hovering.
So, how would I know whether it works?
I don't know.
Well, Finnan, may I give it a go, or would
Sure.
you rather I not?
Go for it.
Okay, volantum tapete.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
So he hops on and then goes, Ascende et auferam. And it starts flying up and around in a spiral. I gotta write this down. Cripes. Descendere. And it comes back down. Simple name. It was Latin.
Yes.
Just as long as it doesn't start singing a whole new room.
No. So he then kind of looks at the rest of you and goes, "Eh?
Yeah. Very cool.
Eh?
Oh, no.
Eh? Shiny crossbow, shiny carpet. Nothing bad's come out of this thing yet.
Oh.
Eh?
The way I roll and draw, no way.
How many?
Do I have to take the top one?
You take the top however many you want.
One.
Come on.
One. It's Finnan, so I do not have to bereft him of.
Well, so far it doesn't appear to have gotten any smaller.
Oh, great. Jack of clubs.
Jack. Jack of clubs, you say?
I fear I am not going to laugh so hard.
You are never gonna trust this stupid deck again.
You're right. What did
Oh
I
my
get?
god. Okay. What is your hit point maximum?
I'm not going to tell you.
You have to tell me. I'm your DM.
Oh my goodness. 163.
163, so that'll be 1. Okay. Oh my god, please don't let this taint your understanding of the deck.
Oh, I can tell it
Stop
already
it.
has.
Mine was already tainted.
Oh, shush. Not helping.
Are you allowed to tell me what has just transpired?
Give me a second.
Oh.
Okay. So. A ghostly humanoid skeleton clad in a tattered black robe and carrying a spectral scythe appears about 10 feet away from you and speaks in a voice like the opening of a sepulchre. Stay back. This is between the cleric and I. I need you to roll personal initiative.
Can I correct your grammar? Sepulchre. 18 plus 0.
Okay. It will go first with a 19, and it will attack the Reaping Scythe.
Huh?
It's going to attack you with Reaping Scythe.
I'm not liking this at all.
And
I've got wish. In case we need it, I've got wish.
How are we gonna need it?
you won't need it. It's fine. It's 17 character. Every confidence in your ability to thrash this thing.
If it starts out berefting me of 81.
No, it's not
but-
taking any away from you.
Oh.
You have full health.
Oh, I thought I just lost.
Did you
81
take
points.
any off yet?
No.
Good. No,
I
you have not
assumed-
lost anything yet. This
I
is just... Okay, you take... 7 points of slashing damage and 8 points of necrotic. Now it's your turn.
Guiding bolt.
The one section. Do you want to use spiritual weapon or no?
Yeah, maybe I should.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Wasn't sure if I could.
We'll
do
start
that.
with guiding bolt. It's fine. Go ahead and roll the guiding bolt attack. 4d6 radiant damage. And then
17.
Okay. It is going to hit back for 8 points of slashing damage and 3 of necrotic.
It doesn't have to roll to hit.
I don't see anything in its stats that call for an attack roll.
Oh.
It just says it sweeps its side through the creature within 5 feet of it, dealing X.
Can I move back?
You,
It'll follow me.
yeah, it would. Yeah. Your turn.
It
Oh, I
told
forgot
us
to,
not.
I was gonna cast. Okay, I'm gonna.
Do you want to cast spiritual
I
weapon?
wanted to do it last time and I forgot.
You can't. It's a spell.
It's
spell.
an action, right.
No, it's
yeah.
leveled spell. You would have had to do Sacred Flame, then
Right.
spiritual weapon.
Okay, so, casting spiritual weapon.
So I'm going to say you moved back anyway to cast Guiding Bolt, and then it moved up on you anyway.
Okay.
Because technically you would have casted it at disadvantage if you fired it in 5
Too
feet.
close. Okay. So now I've got
Spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon.
Go for it.
Boink.
With advantage,
With advantage?
because of Guiding Bolt.
Oh wait, of course. No, 18 plus 12. So I got 30 in my first roll.
That'll hit.
And I got 25 in the second roll.
Still hits.
Okay. So.
The second roll was just to see if he had a nat 20.
I was hoping.
Yeah. You get a 2d8 if you're casting at 4th level, 1 if you're casting at 2nd.
So I got plus 10, 13.
Okay. And don't forget, for this round, you have certain thing you had. Cleric. Okay, don't forget that if you choose to attack with Hugh, not that you have to, but should you decide that this is something that you want to use, Divine Strike gives you an extra 2d8 radiant damage on melee attacks once per turn. Just saying.
There it is, yep.
Not that you have to use it, but if you decide that you don't want to keep running away,
Right.
or if it backs you into a corner.
Yeah. Okay.
So if your action is still out there, if you want to either back up and hit it again with something spelly, or if you want to take a swing with Hugh.
Yeah, I'll try to.
Alright. So that's plus 11 to hit.
Plus 12.
Plus 12 to hit. Yeah.
17 plus 12.
That'll hit.
Okay. So
But
then.
you're hitting it with 2 hands because it doesn't appear to be attacking your armor class.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Foregoing what is for now largely superfluous armor class in favor of a 1 higher dice class damage.
Right, so that
So that'll be
is-
d10 plus strength plus 1. So that'll be d10 plus 6.
Then an extra 2d8 radiant.
Plus 2d8 radiant
Okay, so
damage for the max
d10.
strike.
We'll start with the 2d10. Or the d10, excuse me. I don't know about this.
So far you're doing quite handily.
D10 plus 6, right? 5 plus 6 is 11.
Okay.
And then
2d8. looking ragged already.
8 total. And where did I have before? Sorry, what's that? Oh, 11.
11, so yeah.
11.
I clocked the damage already for your axe. And
I just
the
keep track
rating.
of everything.
Yeah.
And then
So that's
8.
total of 19 damage that round. It's looking wispier than when it arrived. The skeletal form is starting to break. Come out of your other.
Is it skeletal?
It's like like
Is
it's
there actual bone?
skeletal, not skeleton.
Okay.
It's a skeletal, incorporeal figure.
Yeah.
It takes the form of a skeletal being. It's 6 points of slashing and 2 of necrotic.
I'm going to.
Hit it with your spiritual weapon first.
Yes.
D20.
What?
D20 to hit.
Oh, that's right. 18 plus.
That'll do.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, nice. 13 plus.
She doesn't get
10 is-
advantage on the roll?
23. She didn't guiding bolt this time.
Oh,
23.
23. It's looking very bad. That was a good hit.
Yeah, that was a nice hit.
and then
So I am going to.
Probably hit him with you.
I'm going to hit him with you again. Yeah.
Alright.
So
At this point, he looks like 1 or 2 good hits.
good. So 7 plus 12 is 19.
No, that does not count. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Darn.
Yeah, me too.
Darn.
a knockdown?
Darn.
Darn. 6 points of slashing and 2 necrotic.
Okay, spiritual weapon again. 17 plus. Yeah, 17 plus 12
Hits.
hits. And then 2d8. 10 plus 10 is 20.
And it's dead.
Oh! Sweet, but crumbles. Finnan. I like not your cards.
He just kind of grins at you and goes, "Try it again.
No.
Come on.
Nope.
You got a bad experience. So
Got
what?
that right.
Try getting a good one. I got good stuff. I got this carpet. I got this crossbow.
You got
Come
all
on.
the good stuff.
No, I didn't. Come
yeah,
on.
clearly
Come
you are
on.
the one holding the cards.
Psychic damage. Come on. One more. Just try one more.
How do you do this?
You don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just so darn adorable.
I didn't think that once upon a long time ago. Let me just say, the sleep habits that I remember from
Yeah,
early
they still
times.
happen.
I know that. King of Diamonds.
Ooh. What are you?
Oy.
Oh. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Well, this is good.
I'll take
Oh.
diamonds.
Man.
Here, you want the card back?
No,
Oh.
yeah, thanks. Ah. So you see on it, I'll see if it's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. If not, I'll try to describe it. The previous card just had, I'll show you the previous card too.
What the previous card?
The skull.
I drew 2 cards.
No, the card that you drew that summoned that, this was what summoned the ghostly dude. This was the card that you drew a minute ago.
Oh,
called the skull.
gotcha.
What you drew just now is called this, the sun. And, again, if we were dealing XP, you would get 50,000 XP. So I'm going to say just... I don't know how to do this, so I'm like...
There's no way to do it.
Yeah, we're dealing with milestone leveling, but, like...
I mean, if I added 50,000 to where I was once upon a time, I was at 6.
Yeah, I know, but that's
That's
so
not-
far
so far
in the
along, yeah,
rear,
yeah.
that doesn't count, but...
You translate that into something?
That's what I'm trying to decide, is like, do we want to just kind of squirrel that away for divine boons? So squirrel away 50,000, and then can you mark down 50,000 for Finnan as well? Because he drew the sun card earlier.
Okay, so 50,000. Okay.
50,000 for you, 50,000 for Finnan.
I'm gonna put it on here.
Do that. And
And then
then,
I'm gonna say 50,000
what do you have attuned right now?
XP. Weapons wise?
Objects wise. Clothing, armor, footwear.
Boots. Yep, boots. The gauntlets of overpower. I have.
I'll give you the extra XP.
I have Hue, obviously.
This thing. That's what I'm. You have anything on your head? You have the helmet telepathy, don't you?
Yes. Just for general notation for everybody, I'm putting the 50,000 points for each of us on my wealth card.
Thank you.
Just some
Yeah.
place to put it.
That's fine. Darn. Oh. Oh.
I don't have a cape.
Or
Invisibility.
robe. I will look at that. Hang on. Do you have any rings? Sorry. Sorry, I'm looking at these things and they're just so weird. Anything on your feet?
I have the Elven boots of Elvenkind.
Done. Okay.
I also had on my sash the boots of Standing and Springing.
Yeah.
Bracelets, necklace, rings.
Yeah. Sure, why not? You see a dark blue to the point where it's almost black, like a night sky at midnight without the moon, appears in front of you on the ground. As you pick it up, the fringe is shaped to look like the wings of a bat.
This is a cape
It's a
or a wrap?
cloak.
Cloak. Fringe.
I'll say that we use a ritual identify spell on this because Frontier has it. And it takes an extra 10 minutes in the spell slot to determine that this is known as a Wings of Flying. And that you can use an action to speak its command word, which turns the cloak into a pair of bat or bird wings on your back for 1 hour or until you repeat the command words in action. They give you a flying speed of 60 feet. When they disappear, you can't use them again for 1d12 hours.
But they don't go away for
No, they just come back in 1d12 hours. When you finish using them, there's no time limit on them, but as soon as you tell them to go away, you roll a d12 and they come back in that many hours.
all this down.
You can just write down Wings of Flying and I can get it for you later
Oh,
if
okay.
you don't want to write it all down now.
I just wrote
So
down
Finn is
that.
like, eh?
Okay.
Eh?
Okay.
You got the only bad card so far that I know of.
I mean that you know
I mean, there was that one card that I drew right at the start of the combat, but I don't know what that was. It just was like fire and then it went away.
Well, but I got.
But then I got this crossbow.
Yes, but I got to fight some goon.
Did you die?
I got 42 hit points. I mean, I've knocked off a third of quarter of my. I'm wounded here, man. I'm wounded.
So heal yourself.
I don't want to actually heal myself.
Well,
Use
that's
my
some
bow
combat
like
like
that. I'm not using a potion.
All right.
It's going to be bleeding all over this beautiful cape.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let me think of
Magic
my
cape,
words.
blood rolls right off.
Well, that's good.
You can literally see if
Shake
you're,
it out
where
of
you're
you.
bleeding, the blood is just like rolling off the cape
It
where you
bleeds
bleed
off,
onto
huh?
it. Yeah, it's like Rain X.
Hang on a second. I got to think of my desist command.
You want some Latin or you want?
I've got Volare for fly.
Expirato?
Does that expire?
I mean, it's not real Latin, it's just Latin sounding
Yeah.
expired.
I think Volare is Italian, actually.
Volare is close enough to Latin. It would be Volantem.
Right,
if you
but
were
you've got that
looking,
one already.
But
so
yeah.
That's what I thought. Volare.
Well, technically,
Rodentum.
Thank you. Just a second.
more
I
to
wonder what Latin for rodent is.
Rodent?
The flying rodent.
But I'm gonna have this is the cease and desist command.
Oh.
Decine.
Decine.
Cease and desist translates literally into Latin as decine et decine. So it's,
Cool.
yeah, desist, decine, cease, decine. The Latin translation doesn't come out to cease.
Okay. Cease. Okay, cool. Well.
Yeah.
So we'll just fly along together.
I don't know.
Nope. Thank you. Thank you.
You are?
I'm
You're
no.
feeling so left out. You haven't got anything nice out of this thing.
I haven't gotten anything bad out of the thing either.
Neither have I.
We will go for it.
How many?
Hmm?
How many?
One.
Oh. Tiger. Okay, I'm re-rolling that. Come here. Okay, fine.
I got something good. I got something good and he wants to take it back. I will roll again.
No,
Here we
no,
go.
no. If it's bad, I'll give you the King of Diamonds again.
Okay.
But that's just beyond
If I get the
ridiculous.
King of Diamonds again.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. King of Clubs, was it?
Yes.
We'll go with the King of Diamonds.
What?
You got the King of Diamonds. You got the Sun card again.
Okay.
It just kind of popped out again.
There you go. Whoop, there it is.
Here's, oh, there. I'm not, I don't have time for that. Yeah.
What would it have been?
I'm not telling you.
Ah,
You'll draw it eventually, and I will actually enforce it that time. But
Yeah.
but you
I
did
do
promise.
not have time to. I did promise that if it was bad, that I would give you the good thing. So log down 50,000 XP for
Wow.
Ron Garrett, and let's give him an item. What am I going to give you? Here. What?
An 8 roll. So, no.
You know what? You're right. You get a crystal ball
Wow.
that looks familiar.
Say,
It's similar to the one that you swiped for Corinne. An identify spell reveals it as a plain crystal ball,
oh, cool.
which you can cap. So it's 6 inches in diameter. While touching it, you can cast the scrying spell with it.
Nice.
Just sure. So if you go into your inventory,
I'm going to try.
you'll find, go to manage inventory, and then there's a search bar.
And
Crystal ball, wondrous item, just the one in purple.
ball.
There are 3 other kinds that you do not
Yeah,
get
but-
access to.
but-
so
Ah. Huh? Ball bearings.
you can get those too.
Crystal ball.
Just the straight up purple text one.
Okay. I've got it added.
And now you can cast scrying, which means that you can cast the scrying spell with a DC 17 save. Scrying is one that we've used before to find, but what it does is you can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target will make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target, blah, blah, blah. And the sort of physical connection. If the target knows you're casting a spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. For example, if, heaven forfend, one of us was captured and we were trying to find them, the captive could then voluntarily fail any scrying saves, so you could automatically see them.
Gotcha. That would make
So,
sense.
on a successful save, the target isn't affected and you can't use the spell against you again for 24 hours. On a failed save, the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet for the duration of up to 10 minutes. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist. Instead of targeting a creature, you can target a location you have seen before as the target of the spell. When you do, the sensor appears at that location and does not move. So, for example, you could choose the green at Phandalin, or the Stonehill Inn, or the Dancing Centaur in Neverwinter, or something like that, and it would just pop, and you just basically get a CCTV cam in the room.
Oh wow, cool.
There are certain save modifiers that go up or down based on how well or how poorly you know the target. DC 17 is the standard save out of the crystal ball.
Okay.
So if it's second hand, then okay. So if you've only heard of the target but you've never seen them, then that goes up to a 22 DC, I think. Which makes sense. Maybe it goes down to a 12. One of the two. It says +5, but that doesn't make any sense. Regardless, we'll figure that out later when you want to cast Scry. I'll work it out.
What's the difference between the armor and the shield for the staff of defense?
There is no armor and shield.
It says
Mage armor and shield.
it
or each
has. When I look at the staff of defense, it says glass staff, Amo Albeck.
Oh, so
10
you can use that thing.
10 charges, mage armor 1 charge, shield is 2 charges.
Yes. So that's what you've been doing this whole time.
Is shield.
Shield. So you can actually now equip, instead of scribbling around in your notes for your charges, theoretically that means that you can equip the Staff of Defense and then it will give you a knockoff ticker list of the number of charges you have left.
How do I equip?
Go where you were just a second ago
Mm-hmm.
with the staff
Mm-hmm.
and click Add.
I've already done that.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got staff of defenses in my inventory.
Huh.
And then my actions on it, I can remove and I can cancel.
Give me a second. This thing.
I just, well, I didn't know that there was a 1 and a 2, so I was
Yeah,
just,
that's what you've been doing this whole time.
I've been doing the 2 the whole time.
Yeah, because that's what you. Oh, yeah. At the top of the. Go to Staff of Defense in your inventory.
Mm-hmm.
At the very top, right under where it says Staff of Defense, Legacy Staff Rare requires attunement and equipment, it'll say Charges. Right below that, it'll say Mage Armor first, Legacy 1 charge. Oh, well, this is the custom one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So we'll remove that. Then I'm going to go Manager and Add Items. That's what I put in when I didn't think that it had it. What the heck?
I don't think it has it.
Why does it not? Why do I have it and you don't? ridiculous.
Maybe I need to do an upgrade.
I don't understand
mean-
it though.
I mean, not an upgrade grade to a free version, kind of a different one. Okay, so
Okay. I deleted your staff of defense on accident, but
that means I've got to put it back in.
ish, it's not going to do you any good in there.
I've
You
just
can't
been,
keep track of the charges.
what I was doing was, I just decided I was going to say I had 10 staffs.
I'll tell you what. I will keep the staff of defense in my inventory.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good idea.
With Finnan for now,
Okay.
because that's where I just put it, and I will just keep track of it. Whenever you decide you're using it, I'll just take off your charges and be like,
But
you have
what
X amount of
what
charges.
is the difference between?
Mage armor ups your armor class by like not enough right now because it's like mage armor gives you. That's a thing that most low level mages will use. You're nowhere near that anymore, especially with your whole
Uh-huh.
tattoo of barrierness. So mage armor, your AC becomes 13 plus your dexterity modifier. So it gives you like a plus for you. Normally, as an unarmored creature, your base AC is 10 plus your dex modifier. So your mage armor gives you 13 plus dex mod. So you have like 13 armor class when you're an unarmored, unaugmented mage, wizard. And then when you cast mage armor, which going forward as a low level wizard, if you're ever playing again, it's basically the first thing you put on when you get up in the morning. Because it has an 8-hour non-concentration
Oh, nice.
duration. So you basically just keep mage armor on you at what? What?
Enough,
At all times. So for a first level, you get basically a +3 to your armor class. Ow.
Sorry.
So the spell ends if the target dons armor, or if you dismiss the spell as an action. So for you, as Rongir Elran, 17th level tattooed wizard of destruction, you have no need for it.
But the
So,
defense just
the staff of defense was good when you were little and squishy.
I've used the staff of defense for
For
two
mage
charge-
armor.
for shield.
For mage armor, it was good when you were little
Yeah.
and squishy. Now it's only practically used as shield, because mage armor doesn't give you enough to do anything.
What does shield give me?
+5 to your armor class, flat, and magic missile can't hit you. You use it when you get hit with a spell. That when you get hit, you use it when you get hit by something that will crack your armor class. So for you, that's usually a
19.
So you use it when you're hit by a 19 or higher, or when you're targeted by magic missile.
So 19 and 5 is 24.
Correct.
And I've only been getting 21
I don't know why.
because that's what you
I've
told
counted
me.
it as 24
Oh, okay.
when I've been smacking you. So I've been hitting you with. The only time I've ever hit you is with a 25 or higher.
Oh, okay.
Or 24 or higher. When I hit you with a 24, I hit you with a 24 because that equals your armor class. When I hit you with a 25, it cracks your armor class. So, now that you've gotten something cool.
Oh, yeah.
Eh? How many?
Just one.
Alright. Be that way.
How does that keep showing up?
No. No.
How does that keep showing up?
Is there more than one?
There shouldn't be. No, there's only one.
If it comes up with a black king again, then
It's the Jack of Clubs, or the King of Clubs or something I'll consider giving it. Okay, that's not so bad, I think.
not so bad.
I don't remember what that one does.
Oh.
I'm new to this whole deck of many things.
Aren't we all?
Queen of Clubs, you say?
Okay, I'll fight it. Or
It's
whatever.
nothing to fight at the moment. You
Like a
can
what?
see. It's nothing invisible, good grief. What you see, there's nothing to fight. That'll make you happier?
Not
Maybe.
necessarily. Maybe that I get 4,000 points of damage and I can't fight.
No, I don't have it here, but you don't see anything other than the card is just covered in infernal flame, and then it then disappears back into the deck.
So, no burns?
Did you, as I was saying, did you feel heat
Nope.
all of a sudden?
Just a faint smell of sulfur and a faint mocking laugh in the back of your mind.
Kind of like, you didn't get anything.
More like,
I'm not sure I could do your evil
no,
laugh.
but that's what you hear in the back of your head. Can you write down somewhere in your stuff Flames card? Or can you log it for me? Either way, I don't care.
Flames card? Oh, I thought
You
it
just
went
drew
away.
the yes, but I want to know that you drew it.
Oh. That makes me nervous.
The laugh and the smell of sulfur makes me nervous.
Well, you don't hear or smell either.
But it
You just see him draw the card. If you're standing close enough, you see that it's covered in infernal flame, and then it just poofs.
But since you explained it to him, that's the part that makes me nervous.
You don't know that.
I don't know it. Okay.
All right. So Finn's
You
like,
don't
oh well,
know it.
I guess it's. Finn just kind of looks at it and goes, I got that one too. I don't know what it does. Moving on. Where are we going now?
Well,
Oh, did he get that one?
Not this time.
No.
that's the first
No, I
one
mean
he ever
ever.
drew, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
So we still don't know what it does.
No.
Is there, I would assume that there's nothing in this room that we're going to consider to be treasure because we're not going to touch the statue, etc., and there's nothing hiding around on in the vicinity.
And
So we
both
need to
of-
go someplace we haven't been before to look for something we haven't yet found. All right.
So that would be the room to your left as you come out of the labyrinth.
Okay.
So that.
Excuse me.
As you come through, it is a treasure chamber
Hello.
dedicated to the offerings brought to the temple.
Sweet buttercrumbs.
Over the next 30 minutes or so, you guys maybe an hour, we'll call it an hour. Over an hour of looking over this stuff, you find 38,000 gold pieces.
Say that again, please.
38,000?
38, comma, 000, dot 00, or decimal point 00, gold pieces, and 28,000 platinum pieces.
Oh, I like that number.
Maybe the other one around this side of the table. As well as 3, and this is going to get complicated, so if you want me to try and log it somewhere else, I have the list here,
Okay.
so I can keep
I'll
track
just write it down.
Alright. 3 blue sapphires,
Mhm.
1 black opal,
Not a fire opal.
nope,
Okay.
5 star rubies,
Nice.
1 yellow sapphire, 1 opal, 1 emerald, 1 star sapphire,
Ooh.
1 fire opal. All of these gems are worth, on inspection, probably somewhere in the approximation of 1,000 gold pieces apiece. And then at the back, behind some of the stacks of coins, you find a tall bottle filled with amber liquid in which is suspended a scorpion's tail, an adder's fang, a dead spider, and a tiny heart that against all reason is still beating.
Tall bottle? Oh, okay, I'll leave the contents. Do we want to, can we perceive what it is?
A ritual casting of Identify will reveal the contents as a potion of longevity. Said potion When you drink this potion, your physical age is reduced by 1d6 plus 6 years to a minimum of 13 years. Each time you subsequently drink a potion of longevity, there is a 10% cumulative chance that you instead age by 1d6 plus 6 years.
Ah. So you sip from it, or you have to keep getting different potions?
Chug it and find another one.
You don't have to consume the.
Can I have one of those in real life?
You don't have to consume those innards, do you?
You don't know. The bottle is still sealed.
I don't want to swallow a scorpion
Tail.
tail. Oh, even worse. Even worse.
You have resistance to poison. What are you complaining about?
Does it hurt on the way down?
So yeah, that's the...
Wow.
So, further inspection reveals that there is nothing else really going on in this temple. And you guys managed to make your way back to the Broken Spear Castle. As you traverse, I need somebody to roll me a D100. Actually, no, I need you, Rongear, to roll me a D100.
Is this the journey that took us 6 days on the way in or something?
Probably something like
I'm
that.
just going to mark off days.
Yeah.
$60. I think. Just a second. Yep. That's 60.
What's the 60?
It doesn't look like an 80 to you.
Look over it, please. I'm looking to see it. There's the 80 there.
Okay.
So I got my finger on the one that you
Yeah.
had, which is a 6.
60.
Okay.
Whatever I did, that was a lot of typing.
So, as you are bedding down the first night out of, alright, we'll say the second. So you took, I'm assuming you guys took a long rest in the temple before you left.
I sure hope so, because I did not want to carry those points with me.
So, give yourself your hit points back, and the level 4 spell. So at dusk on the second day, as you are preparing to make camp, you see a twin plumes of sulfurous smoke appear on opposite sides of the camp. And a rather large group of devils come striding out from each side. The one on, we'll just say the northeast side, comes out with a second. And a very, very, almost angelically beautiful woman in plate armor at their head, who strides up to the edge of the camp and goes, "We're looking for a halfling. Have you seen one? Oh, there he is. What are you doing here?" And on the opposite side of the camp at the same time, a male in plate armor of the same kind of beauty is striding up going, "Have you seen an elven wizard? Why are you looking in this camp? Go away." And so we are going to end tonight's session
With us
with
confused.
2 packs of devils currently glaring at each other across this camp while simultaneously appearing to look for both Finnan and Rondir. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. Everyone, I appreciate you coming along on this wild and wacky session. If you enjoyed what you saw, the best way to help is to leave a like, drop a comment on what you would like to, what you liked or did not like about the show. You can subscribe if you haven't already, turn on post notifications, share it on social media, tell your friends about it, and as always, stay hydrated, stay adventurous, and we'll catch you on the flip side.